Hey guys, what's up? It's Rygar the Destroyer, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Revenge of the Sith release, Republic Gunship. Now this review is going to be kind of hard for me. I believe that this is the largest vehicle I've ever reviewed, and it's also my favorite vehicle from all of Star Wars, so I'll try and stay non-biased, but it's going to be hard because this is a dream. I've always wanted to own one of these, and I finally have it. But I will talk about the problems that it has, and there are a couple, so I will point them out. But first, before we look at it, let's go ahead and take a look at its packaging here. And like always on these large item reviews, just bear with me because it is really hard to set these up. So here's the package. Kind of standard for the Revenge of the Sith. It's got the all the lava here on the bottom, and then a really nice picture of the actual ship fully loaded with clone troopers on the front here. On both sides, it's just got pictures of the gunship itself. On the top, it's got another picture of the gunship there. You can see that. On the bottom, it's got some of the other things that were released in this wave here. And then on the back, it's got another picture of the gunship, and then some of its features, which of course we'll go over, and then the other vehicles that were released in this wave. So pretty standard packaging, so let's go ahead and get back to the vehicle itself. So we'll start off here by talking about all of the accessories for this vehicle. And I definitely recommend paying attention to this if you're buying used, because a lot of these pieces will be missing in a lot of opened gunships. So just keep an eye out for that. So it'll come with two firing nose cannons, and I'll try and show you that on camera. You push this little button in the center here, and it fires the missile. Then, of course, it has a canopy, which in the package is off of the vehicle, so of course it is removable. So make sure that your gunship has a canopy when you buy it. It has two missiles up on the top of the ship here, and you fire them, see if I can get it in frame here, with this button right here. So I'll go ahead and show you that. And it's a really large, clear red projectile, and there's two of those. Then on the bottoms of the wings on both sides, there are four removable missiles here. These are often gone when you look to buy these online. And then underneath the door, there are two missiles on either side, and again, those are usually gone when you see these. Then on the bottom of the vehicle here, there's a plate with pegs on it, so you can put your action figures in there, and it drops out of the bottom of the vehicle as like a landing platform. Those are usually with the gunship, but again, just keep an eye out for it. Then on the back here, there is a little turret here. Has just a little bit of range of motion. And then there are two little grapple hooks. I don't like them, so I wrap them up here around the handle on the top of the vehicle like that. But there are two strings, and they come with two little hooks on them. A lot of people cut them off. I don't want to do that. And it's attached here at the bottom. So if I can get it in frame, attached here at the bottom. So you can't just remove them easily. And then a couple other features that are worth mentioning. These little ball turrets on the side can be rotated. And the doors, this is the coolest part of the entire ship in my opinion. These doors open and close. They're kind of hard to close on camera here because the tripod's in the way. But I'll show you the play feature. So, sorry for bumping the camera. The doors close just like that, and then if you press this little button here up on the top, the doors pop open and slide. That's the coolest thing about the ship in my opinion. Really, really cool. There are a couple of add-ons that can be purchased for this vehicle. Most notably, there are two different versions of the side ball turrets that can be pegged in. It's kind of hard to show on camera. right here, there are 2 pegs that those clip into. In my opinion, only the larger ball turrets that were released with the Toys R Us exclusive one standard are worth getting. And then there's an individual release of those that came out earlier. Those are the only ones in my opinion worth getting. And then back here at the back of the like crew container, I guess, there's these 2 little pegs here. And there's a release of a clone trooper with speeder bike where the bike can be pulled apart and displayed back here. Just one bike. I don't have the ball turrets or that speeder bike to show you, unfortunately, but you'll just have to take my word for it that they do clip on there. As far as other features, you can fit 2 clone troopers, or really any action figure, in these 2 seats here. The seats are just vertical slots, so you don't have to try and wrangle your figure in there. They just sort of slide in and stand there, which I really appreciate. As far as the scale of the gunship, it's massively underscaled as far as the movie goes, but obviously it's a toy, so it can't be 1:1 or 1/18 scale because it'd be huge. But nevertheless, this vehicle is huge. I measured it off camera. It's got a 24-inch wingspan, excuse me, and it's 24 inches from the tip of these guns on the front to the tip of the gun in the rear, which is huge. And then it stands 8.5 inches tall. So if you buy one of these, definitely make sure you have space for it. I think the only vehicle released by Hasbro I can think of that's much bigger than this is the Black Series TIE Fighter. That's the only thing I can think of that's bigger. But definitely this vehicle is way cooler than that one. That one was. Not that there's anything wrong with that one, but this is just really cool. There are a couple downsides. Like I said, it's undersized. It's not true 1/18 scale. And I really dislike the little grappling hook things here on the back. I wish they were removable. If they were, I wouldn't have a problem with it. Another thing too is it has the slots for those ball turrets here, but it doesn't come with them. And now that these aren't on shelves anymore, they're really expensive, and so are the ball turrets. So it's really hard to complete the gunship affordably. And this is one of just a ton of releases that they've done. This one's got the lime green paint with the dark gray and dark gray details on there. One last thing I will say about the ship that I dislike is that it has stickers. I haven't put any of them on. I hate stickers on vehicles like this. There's no reason that they shouldn't be printed on the vehicle. And there are a lot of details that are printed. This insignia and some of the battle damage, and then all of the paintwork you see. But there's some other smaller details that are stickers that you're supposed to apply, which is ridiculous. There's no reason Hasbro, shouldn't have put those on there. Oh, one last thing. There's so many features on this thing. I keep forgetting them. There are little doors underneath the wings here. So you can use those for storage. Or whatever you want. And one last thing that I just remembered that I wanted to show off is this little clear, this one's kind of yellowed because it's old, but this little clear stand here. And that is to make sure that this thing doesn't tip backwards. It's kind of back heavy, so just make sure that it sits flat. But for whatever reason, Hasbro made it a little bit too small. So if you can see here, when it's sitting on the table, it can wobble back and forth between between the peg and the table. So I wish they had made that just a little bit longer, because when this is on your shelf, when you walk by, sometimes the vibration of you walking by can make it jiggle like this, and it's really irritating. It makes just a weird noise. Here, I'll kind of show you. It makes that kind of noise on your shelf, which is, it's just a little thing, but now that these are so expensive, it kind of, starts to add up a little bit. But anyway, I 100% recommend getting any of the releases of the gunship if you can track them down for a reasonable price. So if you have any comments or questions, please leave them down in the comment section below, and I guess I'll see you later.